Welcome back to the deep dive. Our mission today starts with something you might have seen online, the spirit of the nun of Ganjō-ji.
Right, that digital ghost story.
Exactly. But we're here to tell you, well, that's not quite it. That story, it's kind of a phantom itself, a case of mistaken identity that misses the real, much darker story.
Yeah, completely. We're moving past that generic idea. We're actually focusing on the authentic legend from Ganjō-ji Temple in Shiga Prefecture. It's way more complex. Yeah. And it involves, believe it or not, a preserved mermaid mummy.
A mermaid mummy, okay. And the temple itself, Ganjō-ji, it has quite a backdrop, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Founded way back, 619 AD, Prince Shutoku. This place is old. And it's seen things. Survived Oda Nobunaga's forces, for instance.
And it houses the Migawari cannon, right? The substitute cannon.
That's the one. Legend says it took a sword hit for someone. So yeah, this temple isn't just historical. It kind of holds these intense, strange energies and secrets.
And the darkest secret, you're saying, involves this mermaid. How did it start?
It started quietly with people. There was this beautiful, very devout nun living nearby, and she had a companion, a young page, a kosho, handsome kid.
Okay.
At first, people saw their bond, thought it was maybe sweet, but that didn't last. Curiosity turned into, well, suspicion. Jealousy, really. Shido.
Ah, so the jealousy came first. Before they even knew about anything supernatural, it wasn't just about him being non-human.
Precisely. That human emotion was the driver. So this jealousy pushed the villagers. One day, they actually followed the page down to the Sakuragawa River, and they watched him just vanish into the water. To figure out what was going on, maybe confirm their suspicions, they grabbed a casting net, tawami.
Okay, and they threw it in?
They did, and what they pulled out wasn't the page, not exactly. It was, well, the sources say, neither entirely human nor entirely fish. A Ningyo, a Japanese mermaid.
Wow. And the villagers' reaction, given the jealousy was already there?
Immediate and brutal. His affection for the nun, which was just gossip before, was suddenly seen as monstrous insolence, Kishikara and Yatsuda, because he wasn't human.
So they killed him.
He killed the creature, and then they mummified it. Mira ni sarete shimata.
Unbelievable. So it went from being essentially a victim of this jealousy-fueled violence to what? What happened to the mummy?
It became a thing, a spectacle, an izumono. It got passed around between feudal lords, rich merchants, like some kind of bizarre curiosity.
A traveling showpiece.
Pretty much. But here's the thing. The mummy was apparently cursed. It tormented whoever owned it. Constant sounds like groaning, weeping. It brought disaster, calamity to their houses.
So this suffering just continued, even after death.
It seems so.
Yeah.
Eventually, the owners kind of put two and two together. They figured the mummy wasn't just causing chaos randomly. It was restless. It wanted something.
And they thought it wanted to go back.
They concluded it could only find peace back at Ganjō-ji, close to the nun it, well, loved. So it was returned. Enshrined in the main hall as a Habutsu, a secret Buddha, kept hidden from view most of the time.
A secret Buddha. Wow. Do we know what it looks like? Any descriptions?
Yeah, based on accounts from people who've seen it, it's about 72 centimeters long. The face is small, maybe 6 centimeters, and the expression is apparently twisted in agony. Below the abdomen, it's covered in scales.
Twisted in agony. That's haunting. And it really drives home the difference, doesn't it, between this image and, say, the Western idea of a mermaid?
Absolutely. Forget Ariel. The traditional Japanese Ningyo isn't usually beautiful or romantic. It's often seen as grotesque, a yukai, a supernatural being, and sometimes an omen of disaster, war, plagues, that sort of thing.
So this Ganjō-ji mummy, horrific as it sounds, fits that older, darker tradition.
It does. And if we look at the context scientifically, well, not scientifically exactly, but historically, this fits with the Edo period Mizumano phenomenon. These things were often crafted.
Crafted? You mean it's not real?
Well, analyses of similar mermaid mummies, like the one at Anjurin Temple, show their composite creations, made from, like, monkey torsos, fish tails, maybe pufferfish skin, animal hair, cloth, expertly put together, probably in the 1800s.
So the Ganjō-ji one is likely an artifact, a piece of art designed to embody the legend.
It's highly likely, yeah. A masterful, if grim, piece of art that captures the belief, the story. It makes the legend tangible.
And it's such a stark contrast to other mermaid legends in Japan, like Yaobukuni.
Right, the nun of 800 years. In that story, eating mermaid flesh grants immortality, but it's a tragic burden. Ganjō-ji isn't about eternal life. It's about this violent rejection, this attachment that leads to death and torment. Totally different vibe.
Yet despite this really dark, tragic core, the local community seems to have embraced it now.
They really have. They even held a mermaid summit, which is kind of amazing. And they put up a permanent mermaid statue. So they acknowledge the story, even cherish it in a way.
It's a story then fundamentally about misunderstanding, about policing who belongs and who doesn't. The Ningyo was judged and killed before it could even, explain itself or just do.
Boundaries were crossed, norms were violated in their eyes, and the response was violence.
Which brings us to a final thought for you listening. The temple, Ganjō-ji, the center of spiritual life there, ultimately took this focus of intense fear, jealousy, this chaotic energy, and gave it sanctuary. They enshrined it as a secret Buddha, no less. So what does it tell us about a culture, or maybe just about how humans deal with difficult things, when the very object of communal terror and judgment is given a final sacred resting place? Something to ponder.